Hey y'all, it's your girl Zay. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be using the Freetress pre-stretch braiding hair in the color T27, and this is 68 inches. I'm also trying a new product today, the Ebin 24-hour edge control, and I'm just going to be using some clips and a edge control brush with a skinny comb. I did start off with freshly washed hair, but I am not going to be showing myself parting in this video because I had to concentrate, y'all. So this is me with majority of my head done the early next day, and I'm just going to be breaking down how I start my braids using the last 3 braids that I had left, just so y'all can see, I would say technique, but y'all, this is like my second time doing braids in my hair, so bear with me. But this look still came out good and I look good, so I don't care. Anyways, I'm going to be showing y'all how I start my braids and how I completed them, and just give y'all some tips along the way of what you can do to help if you are beginner friendly like myself. Listen, y'all, this edge control, I think I fell in love. I literally do not have a product that I love more than this edge control right now. This thing did its job, understood the assignment, whatever you want to say. And y'all will see at the end when I lay my edges what I'm saying, because baby, if you do not know, now you know. I would highly recommend. So I go in and clean my parts up using this edge control in my brush just to make sure that it looks decent enough for me. And I did this with every single part that I did, even in the back of my hair. That's why I had to get off camera, because I had to concentrate with the mirrors, and it's a struggle, y'all. So I did this with every single part, and I also did this to part my whole entire head, and it really helped me out. Grabbing a piece of braiding hair, I'm going to split it into 2 pieces. One piece is going to be bigger than the other piece, and then I'm going to cross them like a cross and grab the 2 smaller pieces together, and that is going to be my 3 pieces of braiding hair. I'm going to do this 3 times in this video, so don't worry, you will catch it again. You're going to want to grab your hair using the small piece that you folded over the big piece, like you see me doing right now, and literally just start braiding. And I say literally just start braiding because if you overthink it, it's gonna mess up your braids. You literally mend your hair together with the smaller piece in the middle, wrap the other 2 big strands around your hair, and start braiding. Remember, you're not braiding on your scalp, so keep in mind that you need to be braiding in an upward or downward motion so that it won't be so clobbered up and just bunched up together when your braids continue. I'm using my extreme gel to lay my hair down when I get towards the end of my hair so that it will blend with the braiding hair and it won't be able to be seen. Obviously, you don't want your hair sticking out your braids, right? So if you are natural, obviously your texture is not going to be the same texture of your braiding hair, so I would recommend using some type of gel or even your edge control to just slick that hair down, girl, and braid that hair over it. If you get knots like you see me getting right here, just make sure that you take time to evenly unknot your braiding hair as you go along. Otherwise, this pre-stretched hair, this stuff knots real quickly. Like, I was so stressed out with these knots, y'all. I had to take breaks. Like, look at this. Here I'm just finishing up the braid, and I'm gonna do this all over again for you guys 2 more times, so don't worry if you didn't catch it the first time. We're gonna run through this again. Beginner's tip: sometimes I braid too close together, like I was mentioning earlier in this video, but I found that you just run your hand down the braid and literally just push the braid downward. It'll just even those clumps out. Now, if you have really tight bunched up clumps, you might have to unbraid some and go back a little bit, but you usually should not have to start your braid all over. Just thin it out, girl. Just thin it out.
Come through, I think I need you. I swear it's time to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket love. For gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views on a night day. All I wanna hear is in the visions that we play. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you.
to this channel, we dance on this channel. I don't know if y'all know this, but anytime I start feeling myself, I get to moving. Okay, baby? So don't at me, because yeah, it's that. Now I'm going to do braid number 2, and I'm going to slow it down a little bit for you guys so y'all can see what I'm doing. Take my smaller piece and wrap it around the bigger piece so that it's all the same size. Now I have 3 strands of hair. Now I'm going to apply this hair to my braid by taking the smaller piece, which I always leave in the middle just so I can remember how it's connected so I don't slip my braiding hair when I try to grip it. And I'm going to apply that to the root as close as possible from my natural hair. To start off the braid, I'm going to wrap the finger that is holding one of the bigger strands in the right hand and the finger that's holding the other bigger strand in the left hand around my hair with the smaller strand in the middle so that it will grip tightly and I can continue braiding. Making sure to keep my arms up so that I can braid in an upward motion just long enough until I can put my arms down and braid in a downward motion, because yeah, I ain't got too many muscles up there, I'm sorry. So I braid upward for a little bit, and when I start feeling my arms burn, I go ahead and bring it on down. As long as you have it gripped tight enough, it should not go anywhere. And when you continue your braid, just don't be so tight on it, especially after your hair is already braided. Look at this. When your hair is already braided into the braid, there's no reason for you to continue braiding so tightly because it should already be secure, right? So when you're braiding downward, to prevent the pull on your hair, try not to braid so hard. This is when you know it's time to hurry up and get done, because I was getting frustrated. Like, I have been dealing with this all night. You see the look on my face, like, oh. I'm going to take some of my extreme gel, lay my hair down with this braiding hair to continue braiding it so that you don't notice any of my hair sticking out. Yeah, y'all see that knot right there? Remember when I was telling y'all just to slide your braid down? This is exactly what I meant. Exactly what I meant. Now, it was a little tight, but I really did not want to start over. I really wanted to finish, so I was going to make it work. Update, it did not work. It was just not giving what it was supposed to give, and it was in the front, so I just had to at least make sure it was decent enough for me. So I took it bite. Yeah, we took it bite. We took it bite. So I'm just going to fast forward through the rest of this because it's literally just me finishing this braid, and I will get back to y'all when we move on to the next part of this look. You gotta be a special kind of person to get every single strand equal every single time you braid your hair. So I'm going to take that smaller piece and take a piece of one of the bigger pieces of braiding hair, it doesn't matter which one, and I'm just going to mend it together with the piece that's short, and I'm just going to start braiding. It is going to be a little knot there unless you can do it inconspicuously to where they won't notice it, but honestly Nobody's gonna be all up in your braids analyzing every single strand to know that you did what you did. So, and if they do, tell them my their business. It's gonna be 2022. What you doing? Okay, cause Key Glock just dropped that album, baby. You best believe I was listening to it. Sorry. This last braid, I'm not gonna talk on it. I'm just gonna slow it down for y'all so that y'all can see exactly what I'm doing, because I've been talking too much and it's the same thing over and over again. But remember, when you are braiding your hair, practice makes perfect. I cannot stress this enough. I am only going to get better with time. You are only going to get better with time. If you never do it, you're never going to learn. So practice, practice, practice. Even when you don't want to do it, practice anyway. All right, I'm going to shut up. Another thing, don't be afraid to admit that you messed up. You are learning. If it does not look right, start over. There is nothing wrong with starting over on a clean palette or a new braid in this instance. Don't let that discourage you, especially when it comes to gripping. I feel like that's the hardest part about braiding your own hair. Braiding any hair is the initial grip, because if you don't grip it tight enough, it can slip. And as you can see, my braid is kind of not as tight as I want it to be, but I'm gonna ride with it anyway. And take your time. Don't be in a rush to finish your hair. You want it to be right. You want it to look good. You don't want to walk out looking like somebody to tell you to go get a refund for your hairdo. Take your time. Your hair is not going anywhere. And the only way to be more efficient with braiding your hair is by braiding your hair more or practicing. So get on the ball with me. Subscribe and watch on Zayd TV. I'm gonna shut up. I said that before. Okay, and we are officially done braiding. These parts in the back, don't worry about them because can't nobody see them anyway. Don't worry about it. I'm going to braid my hair down before I dip it because this style particularly, I want it to be wavy. I want it to give early 2000s, late 90s. I don't know why I like considering myself looking like late 90s in these videos, but I do, and you can't tell me that I'm not, period. So I'm gonna braid my hair into 2 big braids, and we're gonna head to the kitchen so I can boil me some water to dip these braids. Okay, I put my water on the stove. I got my towel, and I'm gonna use a pitcher so that I can dip my hair into the pitcher instead of the pot, so that it can get majority of the braid with that wavy effect. You seeing it right? Okay, we're not gonna talk about it though. I had to use 2 pots of water for this picture.
So that water almost fell on my head when I was pouring it. Almost burnt the skin off. Let me see what this is. Forget the paragraph. No. That's the video. What? Right. We're gonna put behind section on top. So that's hand crescent roll. You buy that. You pay him to cook. She paid him to cook. No hair come back. What is that? Vanilla pudding? Everything looks delicious. Okay.
Alright, unfortunately I did not film me dipping my hair, but you're literally just going to dip your braids into the boiling water and then dry it off. It was too hot. It was too dangerous. I'm sorry. I'm going to unravel these braids and I'm going to show y'all what this water does. I'm going to show you what this water does. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. Girl, get into it. Let me get it right for y'all. I had to sit on the stool for y'all. Yes. Yeah, you see me, yeah, period.
If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world.
And to just finish it off, I'm going to go in with this maximum hold mousse.
Somebody else's food he made. And the damn mac is burnt again. Why you keep cooking that like that? Yes.
Yo, I am sorry. Me and my mama, listen, if it's one thing we want to play about for Thanksgiving is who made the macaroni and cheese. Like, that's all, period.
Ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love.
Now I'm going in to lay these edges and y'all will see exactly what I was talking about when it came to this edge control, baby. Because if it didn't do its job, leave it in the comments at me. Because if that edge control didn't do its job on my hair, let me know, period.
And made you smile at every word I wrote. What would you do? Would that make you wanna change your scene? And wanna be the one on my team? Tell me, would you? See, what's the point in waiting anymore? Cause girl, I've never been more sure that baby it's you. This ring here represents my heart. And everything that you've been waiting for. Just say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby.
Y'all see these edges are literally stuck to my forehead. Like, look at the ripples it has on my skin. Like, that's how stuck these edges were. So shout out to this edge control, Ebin, new fave, just new fave. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in on this channel and watching today's episode. If you liked it here, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. But until next time, bye-bye.